Alright, so this time I'm going to give an explanation on how to create a macro that will take an input, like a radius, and output, and you can create a function that will output a volume based on that radius for a sphere right next to the cell next to it. So let's create a new column, volume, and this will be in cubic centimeters because our radius are in centimeters. And we want a function that if we start on the radius of the cell, if we hit a control function key, it will put in this column here, or this cell right next to it, the volume. And that volume will be the actual raw number, not an equation of that raw number. So let's record a macro to do that. And so we can start here. We have to start in the cell where we want to start. Click record macro, and we'll just call this one volume. And this one will hit control shift V for volume. And now we're just going to click the next cell over, enter an equation for a volume, 4/3 times pi times r, which is this cell, r cubed. There you go. And we can hit enter, and we get pi r cubed. Lovely. Now we want this to say copy, and we're going to paste special this as a value, and that is it. Click OK, and let's even have it so that the format is in good units. So there we go. Now we have volume in that setup, and we're done. So we can say stop recording. Now let's check to see the way the macro looks. So we go to macros, go to volume, go to edit, and go here to the volume macro. And what do we see here? There's a couple things I wanted you to note with this. This is relative referencing. And so the active cell formula here is 4/3 pi. It doesn't actually say what it said in the field over here, where it had previously said 4/3 pi and it cubed b5. Here it's saying rc -1. So this is the relative reference within the programming code. It's saying the same row, column, one position back, cubed. That's how it's doing the equation there. So it's an important value to know. And then it just copied that, pasted it, and selected the number format, and that's it. So if we go here to this one and hit Control Shift V, we'll get the exact same system setup. And you can use that over and over again or not. But the nice thing here is you can actually have a program created that does exactly what it is you want it to do. And we can edit this function in any way we want and change the outputs that we'd see. So for example, I bet if we put 2 zeros here in the selection number format, this is how we specify the number of positions. If we put 2 more zeros here, I'm willing to bet that this will add 2 zeros to the position on the output that we created here. So if I go here, Control Shift V, sure enough, it changed the number format as we had guessed. So like I said, this is a great way to teach yourself a lot of coding within within Excel and in a lot of in macros. So thank you.